Hola, soy Lola, and you're listening to the 3 Count Podcast.
Welcome everybody to another great edition of the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, and I will be leading this expedition for you today because, like I said, this is Now Entering the Ring, which means we have a guest on for you. Now, you can't see her because you know what? She stays anonymous, but you'll hear her voice. You'll know who she is because this doesn't change on the audio version at all. But you can find her at OVW, EHF, VCW, BTO, BEWE, IWA, Mid-South, Dynamo, Impact, and you've even seen her on WWE. Give it up for the one called Hayley Shadows.
What's up? Thank you for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm stoked because we've been trying to do this now for a while. We finally got this accomplished.
Man, I try. Like, I promise I make plans. I'm just awful. Like keeping them in life in general just like pulls me in every direction. So, but we get to do it now, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's what I'm all excited about because you know what? Like I'm one of those people that I just like to stay back, stay patient, and then I just wait, and I know like things will come out, and that's what happened here, and I'm mad excited too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So let's get this thing started. Like, who is Hayley Shadows?
Oh man, unpredictable, really. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like the more I spend time within that like persona, the more I kind of realize who she is. More so just short fuse, like bad tempered, definitely unpredictable. Literally just depending on like the day and the opponent and just the background, really. What I guess like Hayley Shadows like feeds off of, but yeah, I definitely would say she has some anger issues.
I watched a few of your promos. I was always like excited, like seeing the way like you were able, like, because just like talking to you now, like, and then like seeing your character, like your character. You're right, your character's short fuse, but it's like I don't know. There's like so much conviction and intention, and like the intensity that you hit with. I'm like, man, like I feel like if I was hanging out with her character, like I would be drinking beers, just like waiting to see some dude get fucked up.
No, like honestly, it's crazy because like I think when I'm like backstage and stuff, like before like the show starts and stuff, like I kind of even feel like a change within like myself. Like I'm pretty much, I would think, like laid back and just like chill or whatever, but it's like once like my hair is down, my face paint's on, it's like a totally different persona, I think. But I also think too, like I kind of got lucky with the whole character thing because it's not like totally out of left field. Like, it's definitely stuff that's like relatable. It's just stuff that I think I keep low key about myself or whatever until like I'm at a show, and then I can really like amplify it. So it kind of worked out.
Yeah, definitely. And like just looking back, like at some of your matches, one with Crazy Mary, yeah, that was another one of those moments where I was like, "Yo, this is intense," and I'm with it.
Oh yeah, like I don't know. There's a good hand of people that I've got to be in the ring with where I feel like it just amps my character up even more because it's like we can like feed off of each other. And I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like I'm totally blessed to be able to work with everyone that I have, but there's just like certain people that have specific characters that I feel like dance well with like Hayley Shadows,
Yeah, definitely. So I'm very curious because, like, we all have like that great beginning, but I'm just wondering, like, what got you into the business?
Well, okay, so it started when I was about a year and a half. My mom and I were stationed in Oklahoma because my dad was in the military, and my mom was just like cleaning and whatever, and she was just flipping through the channels and she put wrestling on and realized that I was like super in tune with it, and she freaked out. She was like, "Oh no, like I don't want my kid that's in diapers to be like in tune with this," and she changed it to football, and I remember like losing my mind, like just like crying, and she put it back on, and she has pictures of it. It's great. Like, I just like pulled up my car seat and just sat down with like juice and just watched it, and I've been like in tuned ever since. And when I was younger, when I was about like 5 or 6, my cousin actually did like the whole indie circuit, and he did some stuff for ECW and stuff. So he would come home with like bruises and stitches and championships, and he would be like, oh, look at this match that I did. And there was like a time where he was in his bedroom. I didn't see him for 3 days because he like got hit in the head with like a chair and had a concussion. I remember being like 5 or 6 and being like, oh my God, I want to do this. And I would carry his belts around like my family's house, and it weighed more than I did, but like I knew that was like something I was stuck on. Like there was nothing else I wanted to do.
Dang, that's intense.
Yeah.
Especially going away
Yeah.
for 3 days in a bedroom, and you just know they're right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like it's crazy because I remember having that conversation with my family when I was really little, and they're like, you want to end up like him? Like, yeah, stitches in his head. Like there's times where he can't get out of bed. I'm like, yeah, like it's so awesome. And now like here I am like limping around like 6 days out of the week, but I'm like, man, I love this.
That's awesome. So I'm just curious, like, speaking of, like chair shots and taking bad bumps and getting stitches, what's been like one of your worst bumps that you've taken?
Oh my God. Well, I broke my back twice actually, in wrestling, but like the bumps themselves weren't even that bad, to be honest. But I don't know, like I've done some pretty stupid shit. Like, I've taken like bumps on like the whole like concrete thing and like pulling up the mats and just taking stupid bumps and getting like thrown out of the ring, like gorilla press, like out and stuff like that. So that was probably, I think, one of the worst ones. I did a show in West Virginia, and it was at like a skating rink, and they didn't really have like much padding around the ring, but I was just in the match and I was getting into it, and it was no disqualification, like false count anywhere. And I remember like just being in like heat of the moment, and I was like the biggest heel there. They hated me, and I remember being like, man, the crowd's gonna get such a big reaction out of this. And I remember like it was me and another girl working, but she had like a manager that I kept messing with like the whole match. And he was like, I can't hit you because you're a girl, but the crowd was like, no, lay her out. And I was on the apron, and I remember he like held my feet, and she came running in with like a big boot or whatever. And when she hit me, he like picked me up for like a power bomb gimmick, and I like took the whole thing like on the floor, like no padding or anything. And I remember me landing, like I didn't get like injured or nothing, but I remember taking that and I was like, man, that fucking sucked, But the crowd's reaction was like so awesome. Like I don't think there was one person that felt bad for me at that point. They were like, yep, she deserved it,
I've heard stories of people who like take those bumps and then they're just like, as soon as they hit, they're like, I immediately regret this decision.
Oh yeah. Like I remember I did a match one time, and nobody told us it was a boxing ring, and I took a back body drop as soon as I landed. I like, that's all I said to the ref. He was like, are you good? Because he must have seen my soul like leave my body for a second. And I looked at him, I was like, is this a damn boxing ring? He was like, yeah, you didn't know. I was like, oh my God. And like I couldn't even breathe. Like I was like, dude, this is awful. Like I'd rather take bumps on the floor at this point.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, different rings will do different things to you. So we'll put that out there for you.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, wrestling rings suck, man, but like boxing rings have absolutely no give whatsoever. Like you might as well be getting thrown on concrete at that point.
Yeah. I've it was something I learned really quick with my trainer when he was at he's like, yeah, this ring here, my ring that we train in is double padded. So he's like, yeah, it's like bumping on a pillow. And I was like, whatever, man, this still sucks. And then like,
yeah, oh yeah,
I remember bumping in another ring in another state, and I was like, oh no, that sucked. I was like,
yeah.
So I'm curious though, like, okay, so aside from like a drop kick hitting you and then you getting power bombed out into, onto wood, I'm very curious, like, what's been the hardest that you've ever been hit?
Oh man. I did a match one time where I had some friends in the crowd, and I was just trying to be a show off basically. And I was in like this hardcore match, and this girl that was fairly new, like, and I should have known, but she had family there, whatever. And she was like, I want to like do like a chair shot. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Well, we ended up doing like, it was like a bar fight, but it was with chair shots. And I remember the last one, she got me, and I'm really surprised it didn't bust me open, but the top of the chair like got me like behind my ear. And I remember like it rocked me for a second. And I remember like staggering, and because we were outside the ring, and I remember staggering and like grabbing like the top of the apron and being like, whoa, holy shit. And usually I'm not like it in the ring, but man, I was livid because I was like, damn, that was not safe. Like that could have did some damage. And I just remember being like, receipt, and just like hit the chair, like her chair with my chair, and it hit her. And I was like, yep, we're done with this spot. Sorry about you.
Dang.
Yeah.
Getting smacked in the face with my own chair after hitting somebody else's chair. I could not imagine that.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun at all. So curious
Yeah.
though, like after your match though, right? Like you got to have like that hunger that's like, it's just like growing. So I'm just curious, like, do you have a post-match meal that you like have to go get, or is it just kind of like you just want to eat whatever?
Man, well, like before my matches, I really try to not eat heavy. Like I'll eat like lighter things. But as far as like afterwards, it depends where I'm at, honestly. Depending on which state I'm at. Like I love Sheets. Like that is like my favorite gas station to go to. Like their food is amazing. So if I'm near one of those, I definitely try to like get like something from there. But if I'm in like the Kentucky, like Indiana area, there's this pizza place called Spinelli's. There's like four of them, and their pizza is like literally the size of like 2 or 3 plates. It's amazing, and it's all like made on the fly. Like it's all homemade, and it like everything from their restaurants are really really good, and they're like underground too. Like one of the Spinelli's, like the whole wall is like comic books and stuff, and they have like little arcade games and stuff in it. And the music they play is like stuff that you would hear at like Warped Tour and stuff. So it's awesome. A lot of wrestlers in like that general area will go, but yeah, that's pretty much like my main things. Aside from that, I'm like addicted to like the Bang and Rain energy drinks. So worst case scenario, I'll just grab those.
All right, side question. Do you have a favorite flavor of Bang energy drink?
Oh my God, as I'm drinking one right now. I really love the key lime pie one. That one's pretty good, but like I don't know. There's like a few, like the cotton candy one I'm like a huge fan of, but I think like my top one is probably that candy apple crisp one. Oh my God. I'll see those and I'll literally buy like 4 or 5 at a time. I just like the other night I tried I don't even know what it's called. It's like a newer one, but the Bang logo has like the American flag symbol with an airplane in it. Do not try it. It is the worst thing I've ever tried in my life. I don't know why. Like Bang did that, because it gives you like false hope. You're like, oh, this is gonna be really good. No, it tasted like medicine. And I was like, this is awful. Like, why would you do this to me? Like, you guys are in business because of me, and you're gonna give me this. Okay, I see you.
I was gonna say, my go-to is Star Punch. Like I'm definitely like a huge, like a fruit punch flavor, and then black cherry vanilla. Like those are my two I have to go get. But I've tried all of them. I even tried that birthday cake one. I was just not.
That birthday cake one sucked.
It did. I was like, this is a good flavor to drink. Like maybe if it's like your birthday and you just want to be like the adventurous one, like once a year, like that's all you use it for. That's it.
Yeah, like I was really upset because the birthday cake one and the rainbow unicorn, like you would think with those names that they would be fire. No, they're shit. And I'm really upset about it because I'm like, how are you going to build it up with a name like that and have it taste god awful? Like it's the worst.
Yeah, actually, the other one I really liked too was the champagne one. That was actually really good.
Okay, so it's really funny because I'm like straight edge. So one of my friends that I got into drinking Bang and stuff, I used to work with him at my shoot job, and he brought it in and he was like, hey, you have to like taste this. And I looked at him, I was like, okay, but like it literally says champagne. He's like, okay, straight edge, there's not actual like champagne in it. And I remember like taking a sip of it and I was like, yep, and that's why I'm straight edge. This tastes awful. So that just finalized it for me. I was like, yep, I didn't want it before. I definitely don't want it now.
Just wait till there's like that bang flavor out there that's like bang tequila. I can just imagine you being like,
oh man,
nope, not gonna be a thing.
I will avoid it at all costs.
Don't put that flavor out. Don't put that flavor out at all. Please don't.
Man, they will.
I love drinking tequila. Like that's like my go-to drink, but like I would never buy an energy drink. That would never be a thing for me.
No, that's scary. Like I got one of my friends to try Bang for the first time the other day. Yeah. And she looked at me and was like, I'm going to use this as a chaser. I was like, don't do that. Like, I've never drank, but I know that's a horrible idea. And I'm like, do not do that. Like ever. That is like an awful idea.
Also, we're not getting paid by Bang to say this. So Redcon, if you want, like you can drop us like some.
Yo, please. Like just send me like a 12-pack of Bang. Like I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. I just want to try your newest flavor. That's it. Just send it to me, say what I think of it, and then we'll just go from there. Because I know because I've tried all their like I don't know if you saw, but they dabbed into like the coffee side as well. So like you have like cookies and cream. I was like, the cookies and cream was okay, but everything else sucked. I was like, I'm not doing it.
Oh, really? I bought the which one is it? Like the hazelnut or something? I bought like 2 cans the other day.
Oh yeah, that was nice. Actually, that wasn't bad. That one was nice.
Yeah. I'll have to see how that one goes. But no, I mean, honestly, like I would not even be mad if Bang just like named a drink after me. I don't know what it would be called, but that's probably on my bucket list just to have that happen.
Yeah, it was weird for me when I walked into my random grocery store, which was actually over here was just Highs. I walked in and I saw Monster had a drink called Red Dog, and I was like, I'm not getting paid for this. I was like, why? I was like, our names are spelled the same. Like you clearly knew that this was something that's out there. I was like, I was like, this is not good. We're gonna have to have a talk about this Monster.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so moving on from energy drinks and things like that, let's jump over. I'm just very curious because every wrestler, manager, announcer, commentator, person that works in the back, right, in the business, they always have one of these kind of stories. And I'm always just very curious about like everybody else's. So tell me about one of your favorite fan interaction stories.
Man. Okay. So first of all, I'm just like really grateful, especially for me being like a heel and stuff. Just some of the fan interactions that I've had is like absolutely insane. I did a show in Canada one time, and it was in Toronto, and I like it was crazy because I asked the promoter, I was like, hey, like, are you cool with me selling merch? Because I know like some companies, they don't like the heels out there interacting with the fans and stuff. So I just try to ask just to be like respectful as to what they want. But he was like, I mean, you can, but don't be surprised. Like Canada's kind of crazy. Like people like might actually like try to square up with you. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know? So I went out there and I mean, like, it was cool, whatever. But then, there was a girl that was, I'd say she was like 11 or 12, and she was with her dad, and her dad was like, okay, you can go talk to her, you know? And it was before I wrestled, but I had my face paint on and stuff. So I was like, she like afraid of me? Like, what's going on, you know? And she just started crying, and she was like, because of you, like I came out to my parents. And like that really like hit me hard. Like I'm not usually like a physical person, but I couldn't even help it. Like I literally just hugged her, and I was like, you know, I'm proud that I like got to like help you, like in that sense. And her dad said that like they got closer after that, and he like thanked me for it. And I gave her I don't know, a couple like 8x10s and like a shirt and stuff. But that, like, I've had some pretty cool interactions, but that one like really hit me hard because like I don't view myself as anything huge. And the fact that like someone in another country nonetheless like I am, and kind of it inspired her to like be who she is. Like that was really, really cool.
That is really cool. That is a great story.
Yeah, it was crazy. I definitely left Canada super thankful. I was like, what is life right now? That's like one of the coolest things I think that's ever happened to me.
That's lit. So I'm curious now. We're gonna move from like fan interactions, go try to get away from like everything you kind of expect like at a show. I'm just very curious though. Like, what advice would you give to like up and coming wrestlers?
Definitely listen way more than you talk. Soak everything in, even if it's really harsh criticism, take it and use it to your advantage. And like just repetition, honestly. Like, do not have this mindset that you're getting in this like to make money. Because really, like, you don't really make money until like you actually make it, more or less. And like don't be afraid to like do things that you feel may make you look stupid, honestly. Like, if you have like an idea, whether it's like a move or something in your entrance or whatever, like, you have to like be confident in it, because like if you're not confident in it, then like other people aren't. So just like believe in yourself, and just honestly like bust your ass. Like, there's that, I feel like every wrestler, manager, or ref goes through these mindsets, like, man, I want to quit, like this is hard, but it's like you have to grind with it, and it's not an easy thing to be a part of. So just listen, ask questions, believe in yourself, and like don't ever like sleep on yourself. Like, always like work hard, and at the end of the day, like, you'll feel proud that you did.
Bet. And then last hard-hitting question for you. I just gotta know. Give me your one do and one don't do in a locker room.
Okay, well, right now I don't know if it's a do or a don't, but you definitely go up and introduce yourself to everyone. Even if even if they already know who you are, like, even if you've seen them like the night before at a show, like, always like shake everybody's hand, introduce yourself. It's a respect thing. That, and wiping your feet off before you get in the ring, that's like a huge thing. As far as a don't, me personally, I guess other people have like different opinions, but like, don't like spit on your opponents. That shit is disgusting. And I feel like I've seen a lot of people spit in the ring or spit on their opponent or whatever. And I'm like, me personally, like, I'm not a fan of it, especially now with everything going on. It's all about respect, honestly. And I feel like you could do different things to get like cheap heat, but you don't have to get to that point. But more or less, just be super respectful. Don't be disrespectful to like a business that we're in, because it took thousands of people to create like the thing that we're in right now. So like, don't be disrespectful.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's great advice. So with that being said, that's all of our hard-hitting questions, but we do have the best segment on the show, which is the 3 Count Podcast 10 count questions. And here's how it works. I'm going to fire off 10 questions at you. It's whatever first comes to your mind. You ready to play the game?
Oh boy. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
Let's put on the imaginary timer. Bing! And here we go. SmackDown or Raw?
Raw.
Favorite movie?
Step Brothers.
Ooh, I like that. Jason or Freddy?
Oh, Jason.
Favorite number?
3.
Sonic or Mario?
Mario.
Favorite type of energy drink?
Bang. Duh.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Favorite podcast?
Yours.
That's right. That's not coerce at all. And then nominate one person that you want to see on this show.
Man, probably Shauna Reed. If she's done it, no? Or has she?
Yeah, we had Shauna Reed on.
Okay, Hollywood Hayley J then. Have you had her?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, she she's entertaining as hell. So you'll definitely have to get her on here for sure.
All right. And then last but not least, my favorite question to ask every single person who comes on this podcast. Favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Yeah. That's what I keep telling
Hell
people.
yeah.
Anybody who's listened to this past episode, you already know what YouTube video I'm going to direct you to, so just go check it out if you haven't yet.
For sure.
But yeah, I don't know if you know, but there's a YouTube video called "The History of the F Word." It's like it's super old. It's like back in 2005. It was like when it came out. I remember like watching it in college. But yeah, if you get a chance, go check it out. It's one of the best videos out there.
They actually have a series on Netflix that's the history on curse words. They have like 6 or 7 episodes for each curse word, and it's wonderful. I can't think of his name. The guy that played on National Treasure.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he's the host of it, and it's phenomenal. And they have like comedians on there that like talk about the curse words and stuff and like where it came from. It's really entertaining actually, because the first episode is about the word fuck, and like the first 30 seconds is Nicolas Cage just saying it over and over and over in different sentences, and I'm like, what is this? This is on Netflix. It's not bleeped out. This is awesome.
Yeah, I think once you click into Netflix and you hit the history of the curse word, you should probably expect cursing in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
But with that being said, Miss Shadows, we just need you to let our listeners and our viewers know where they can find you.
My Twitter and my Instagram are the same. It's Hayley, and it's spelled Hayley _shadows. And then my YouTube, you can just search like Hayley Shadows, and then my Facebook is just Hayley Shadows, but it's Hayley. Everyone and their mom always spells it wrong. I don't understand, but yeah, it's Hayley. But that's where you can find me at.
Bet. Well, with that being said, this is the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. And as always, I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, leading you on this expedition, actually just finishing up this expedition. And like I said, this is Now Entering the Ring with Hayley Shadows. So you guys know what to do. Tune into the next episode and be there, or just wait till this episode ends and just let it play into the next one. Peace. What's going on, 3 Count Nation? I'm Clifford Red Dog Miller with the catchphrase. But what I really want to do right now, go to twitter.com, right? Go over there, find us at the 3 Count _ pod, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a comment. We want to talk to you guys. Go to IG at the 3 Count pod, give us a like, give us a follow, leave us a comment. We want to interact with you. Go to youtube.com, give us a subscribe, turn the bell on, turn the notifications, leave a comment. We want to talk to you. Go to anchor.fm / the 3 Count Podcast, and in there, you can leave us a message, and we will talk to you. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that we want to talk to you. We want to have fun with you guys, and we love listening to what you guys have to say. Also, one thing I need you to do for me, the 3 Count Podcast also has merchandise. Oh! At prowrestlingtees.com / the 3 Count Pod. Please, go buy our t-shirts. We love you guys, and we hope you love us too. So, show us some support, please.